Well, good evening. Well, it may be more than evening. I guess you would say good night just about. It's around 10 o'clock. But I said I was going to have story time, and that's just what I'm going to do. I've been saying it now for 3 weeks. I think it's about time for me to do it. But it was difficult for me to do any kind of continuous reading or anything, and when I was having that balance problem. But I'm so much better today. I was able to go to church and been able to go to church in about 3 or 4 weeks, and that's very important to me in my life. So I was able to go, and I'm so thankful. I want to make an apology. Uh, I did a video when I got in from church showing you how to do a little hack on some shoes if you need to fix you some shoes and you don't have time to get them to the shoe repair right off. And my lighting was terrible. I watched it a while ago, and my lighting is terrible. So I apologize for that, but I hope you could see it enough to see what I done. And I wore those shoes to church after I fixed them like that, but I have got to go get them fixed, or I'm going to have to fix them. So anyway, I'm glad that you all, whoever's watching me today, it won't be probably tonight because this will be uploaded and hopefully come to you all tomorrow. I'm having big trouble. I had to really work on my storage on my other phone where I videoed that about my shoes. And so now I was going to do this video on my Apple, and it won't let me. It says it's full of storage. And I'm trying to take off outs here and outs there. I've taken off messages. I've taken off photos. So I'm just still working on my, and I prefer the video on my Apple, so I hope this works tonight. Well, the name of our story is called Up to the Moon. And here's the little book. This is going to be our last story in this book. And the name of this book was just for fun. And the authors, because I'm supposed to tell you all that, well, I don't understand. Hold on just a minute. This little book is different. This little book looked just like that, just about. Well, let me tell you the author, just for fun. These look like first grade readers over the years. This is 1956. No, 66. 1966. Copywritten 1966. And publishers were Harper and Row Publishers. Brian H. Van Rokel was the educational consultant. So, at least I told y'all, somebody, that it wasn't me anyway. So, the name of the story is Up to the Moon. Now, I've read this before. I was going to read it to you, and it's cute. So, here we go. Up to the Moon. On this side right here. A little frog said, "I want to do something," said the little frog. "I want to fly to the moon. I've always wanted to go, and I want to go tonight. But I cannot fly, 'cause frogs don't fly. What can I do? How will I see? How am I going to get there?" So the little frog saw a bird, and he said, "Little bird, you can fly. Can you fly me to the moon?" And the little bird said, "Well, may I go with you? If you do go to the moon, I can fly." And then he thought, "Little frog, I can fly, but I can't fly to the moon. I can't fly that far. I'm not big enough. So we cannot go to the moon." So the little frog saw a kite, and he knew that the kite could fly. And he said, "This kite can fly." But can a kite fly to the moon? He thought to himself. He said, well, I'm going to see. Little Frog saw the kite, and he saw it flying in the air. Up, up, up it went. But the kite did not fly all the way to the moon. It stopped. The little frog was so disappointed, so he took hope in something else. He saw a balloon. Hey, a balloon can go up to the moon, said the little frog. This balloon may go up and up and up all the way up to the moon. I'm going to see. Did the balloon go up to the moon? What do you all think? You think it did? No, it sure did not. It didn't go to the moon. He was getting a little bit aggravated by this time because he really wanted to go to the moon. Then he saw an airplane. The little frog said, well, airplane can fly, but can this airplane fly all the way to the moon? I'm going to see. Did the airplane fly up to the moon? Nope. The airplane couldn't do it either. You like my glasses? They look crazy, but I want you to know I can see in them. My eyes are getting worse. I got to get to the eye doctor. That had nothing to do with this. Now, what did the little frog see? He saw a rocket. Yep, he saw a rocket. You know what a rocket is. He saw a big, big moon rocket even. And a rocket can fly to the moon, the little frog said. This rocket is going to the moon. I'm going to get in it, and I'm going to go with it to the moon. And he did. He finally made it to the moon and found a way to go. And there were two little owls out in the woods on a limb, the mother and the little child. And the little child said, look up, mother, look up, said the little child owl. Do you see the man in the moon? Mama said, yes, I see the man in the moon, and I also see a little frog. Can you see the little frog, sweetie? And the little child owl said, yes, Mama, I can. Yes, I can. You see the mama owl and the little child? Then there's the frog and there's the man in the moon. You know, we've always been taught and said because of the shadow on the moon that we always said that we can see an image and a shape of the man in the moon. And we can. We really can. And what I've always seen, I didn't see a body, I just saw a face, like a smile or just a shape, an image of eyes and a nose, and it might not be smiling every time, it's just a mouth. So that's our little story. And I don't know where the other book ended up, but that's that. And hopefully we're going to start on this book. I'm trying to make it for children. But adults, if you would like for me to start a mystery book or some kind of story, I'll be glad to do that. But this is my story, I think, next time. Hold the Boat is the name of this. So we'll see what this is going to say. I hope YouTube will make that a thumbnail. They really make some bad ones sometimes. And then I would like to do this one. This is called White Cat Sets His Sails. I may do this one before I do that because these are going to be pretty lengthy. they're not going to be able to be finished because I'll show you the writing in these. They're going to maybe be 2 or 3 weeks because I don't want to bore. See the writing? I may just get 1 page read and that would be it because I do not want to bore anybody with this. And I hope if you're getting your children around the iPad or the television or your iPhone that they've enjoyed the little story so far. And I'm going to put my glasses back on. And I had my devotion, my little prayer devotion book. I did want to say that I heard Laura. I tell you, I'm going to tell you the name of her channel. I've been saying it over and over. And you all that watch Laura, you know, and I watch her. And I love to watch her. And but I can't believe that I can't get her name of her channel right. It's just ridiculous. Well, anyway, it's not coming up. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Her husband, she doesn't mind. She told it. I'm not telling something that hasn't been told. Her husband had a severe heart attack. I'm thinking he went into cardiac arrest, but now I might be wrong about that. But he is recovering from a severe heart attack. But I watched her yesterday morning, and he's better. She was doing a video, or she had done a video and had uploaded it where we could see it. And I'm not finding her right here, but you know who I'm talking about. And if you don't, here we go. There we go. There she is. There she is. There's Laura. Already has that pretty smile. So I always so positive. And she just was thanking people for praying for her husband and holding him up in prayer. And I believe Bob's Recovery Update and Friend Mail. That was her title. And I'm thinking she said he's coming home or he is home. And I just think that's wonderful. And let's see right here just a second. And we will have our devotion tonight. And I guess that's going to be it. I always love to read in the book of Proverbs because it gives good direction. It's a book that will give good wisdom. And I'm not going to read the whole chapter. And this is about trusting in the Lord. My child, never forget the things I have taught you. Store my commands in your heart. If you do this, you will live many years and your life will be satisfying. Never let loyalty or kindness leave you. Tie them around your neck as a reminder and write them deep within your heart. Loyalty and kindness. And you know what? It's so much more pleasurable to show kindness. It's hard sometimes. I know, I've been there. But it's so much more pleasurable. And I find that when I can show kindness and loyalty, if I say it and I follow through with something that I say I'm going to do, if all possible, and be loyal on my job when I worked, be loyal to my husband, to my children, to my neighbors, to a stranger. That means a lot to people to be loyal, doesn't it? And to be kind. And so that's what I want to be. And I hope that also is your desire. Good night, you all. I want to say I love each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting my channel. All of you, I'm not going to say old friends, but all of you that's been there for me all this time and these months, and then you new people that's coming on board, thank you. And I will say that you're part of my YouTube family. I'm going to look at my numbers. I may not do it tonight. I'm going to bed. But hopefully tomorrow I'm going to look at my numbers. I'm going to see how many subscribers I have. And hopefully it's going to be, hopefully by the end of next week, it'll be up to the 500. We can have our drawing and I can get somebody a surprise gift out to them. So remember, if you know anyone that's in need of prayer, anyone that has a broken heart, uh, if you'll just comment to me, I don't have to know the person. Probably I wouldn't even know the person probably. And if they're sick, just I find it a pleasure and an honor that anybody would ask me to even trust me to pray for somebody. But I find that an honor. And you all, let's remember President Trump tonight. It looks like we're in some dangerous times right now, but God can take care of all this. So anyway, good night, and remember, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and tell other people about my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Good night. I hopefully see you tomorrow.